Howdy, it's good old Deandra. uh, I am here to share a video with you about what I'll be posting. Sorry, just got distracted and distracted again. And it's been something that God placed on my heart to share with you this way. And it's a little uncomfortable. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm also knowing that this is what I should be doing. So here I am. So I'll share with you people who like videos, videos, and those who like to read. Keep on with the blog reading, and I'll appreciate that as well. So this video is going to be about what happened this week with me, and it is something that I learned from the process. No, it's not what I learned from the process. This is the process that happened. This is what happened to me, and I'm sharing with you what happened. So this week I was taking my kids to school, and on my way home from taking them to school, I was trying to get into my gate on the opposite side that I was supposed to be on, and tried to squeeze in there before the gate closed. And as I did that, I scratched the side of my car. Now, when I scratched it, I was like, oh, I hope it's not too bad, because if it's something that I could just kind of wipe off, I don't have to get my husband involved. But if it's something that I have to actually share with him, that's that's something that I wanted to do. So what I did was I parked, looked at the car, and was like, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna have to tell him what happened. And that isn't always easy for me to do. I'm not one to say, look, I did wrong, yay. Not like that, but I didn't want to have to tell him this. So I was trying to see if I could hide it from him. Now, when I looked at the car, there was no hiding it. So what I did was tell myself, I have to tell him. I can't keep it a secret. I have to share with him that I messed up. Hey, my bad. We all do it, but uh, here, look, it happened. Okay, we're going to have to deal with it and then move on. So I get in the house and he's still asleep. So I was like, okay, I'll tell him when he gets up, because later on we have to leave the house, and I'll just kind of share it with him then. When we woke up, we started getting dressed and stuff, and I didn't say it while we were in the house. I said it when we got outside. And I said, hey, by the way, I scratched the car on the way, and we gotta go. So let's go. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just let's go. Well, he looks at it and he's like, oh my God, man, what? See, that whole spiel that guys go through to make you feel bad. So, well, I don't want to say guys. Let's just say when people find out you messed up, they always feel like they knew you were gonna mess up, but I didn't want to feel bad about it. So I was like, don't make me feel bad. I already feel bad, so I don't need you to make me feel worse. And that's kind of how I already thought my husband was gonna make me feel. So when stuff would come up, I would not want to tell him. I wouldn't want to talk about it. I would just say, if he found out, then maybe I'll say something. If he didn't, I got away with it. And if it happened a while back, I'd be like, oh, no, I don't remember that. I mean, just keeping it real. Like, seriously, that's how I was. But I am no longer like that. Even at times, I do not want to share with him things. I still have to, because he's my husband, and that's kind of what I need to do. So during that process of me getting upset with hearing him talk to me about what happened, I kind of, like, got in my feelings, like, no, you didn't just talk to me that way, but I didn't say anything. I just kind of let him do it. And then once he realized that, I was like, okay, enough. Then he was kind of like, no, I'm just messing with you now. I know it's an easy fix, yada yada, but because of what he said, I was already upset about it. So I was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Well, he went to go, check it out with the car. So we didn't get to spend the day together like we normally do. Like, he comes with me. Thursday's his day off, and we usually hang out. We get the kids from school together. We go to Kayla's soccer games together. And from there on, we do everything together after that. So that day, we didn't get to spend that day together like we normally do. And it kind of, like, hurt my feelings, because I was like, You just made me feel bad. Now you don't even want to be around me. I messed up. Yeah, I'm sorry, but shoot, I'm still your wife. Like, dude, come on, right? Well, when we were separated, not like separated, but when we weren't together, I don't even know if that sounds better. When we didn't spend the day together like we normally do, then I kind of got in my feelings and was like, God, what, like, did I really, was I really that wrong? Or, what is it that you want me to learn from this? And I was sitting there thinking, like, what is it really that I could learn from this? And God was like, why is it that when you mess up, you want to hide? Why is it that when you do something wrong, you think, how can I cover this up? How do I not um, admit that I did wrong? Why is it that we want to give people this fake image that we don't mess up? Why is it that we do that? And God is like, you don't have to hide from me. I already know what you're going to do before you do it. I know what you're thinking. I know your actions. I know you're in from your beginning. So why hide? I'm not going to like get upset with you. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to hang your faults over your head at you every time you mess up. I'm not that type of God. I'm not a God that does that. I am waiting for you to come to me so that I can make the wrongs right. Everything works out for our good to those that are called according to a purpose. But at the same time, God is like, don't hide from me. You don't have to hide from me. I love you. I care about you. I want better for you than you want for yourselves most of the time. So come to me. I can forgive you. We can move past this. And you can start off with a clean slate. It's not like you have to hide from God. So it's something that he taught me to where it was like, I don't need to make it seem like I don't mess up. We all mess up. We're human. We're not perfect. But we don't need to hide our faults. We need to admit that we did something wrong and ask God for forgiveness and move on. He's not a mean God. He is a loving God who wants the best for his children. He wants us to be able to talk to him. He wants us to be able to come with him. He wants to fix every single problem that we have, but we have to come to him. We can't make it seem like we can do this on our own, because we can't. We are nothing without him. And once we realize that God is not mean, he's not like man who's going to make you feel bad every time you mess up, it's something that gets easier every time something happens. It's like, oh, shoot. God, but it's not like you want to mess up on purpose. These are things that happen. They're mistakes. So we don't need to make it seem like we are perfect. We are not. God is perfect. And until we realize that we are nothing without God, is when we're able to admit that we are wrong and that we can go to God and say, hey, this is what I did. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I want to do better. I want to do right. I want your will to be done, not mine. And he's like, all right, now go do good. So we don't need to I don't want to keep saying the same thing, but I'm saying the same thing because I want to express that God is a good God. He loves us. He does not want bad for us. He wants us to fix. No, he doesn't want us to fix it. He wants to fix us. But in a good way, not to make us. No, I don't even say not to make us anything. God wants good for us. He wants us to be good to one another. So even when you mess up, even when you do wrong, don't hide from him. He loves you. He's there to pick up the pieces and to dust you off and to send you on your way. Just like you would to your child. They mess up, you chastise them. But see, God does it in a way where it makes you want to do right. He doesn't yell at you like I do my kids sometimes when I get frustrated. He lovingly chastises us. It's in a way that it makes you feel like a child, and you're like, okay, God, I'm sorry, my bad. If that makes sense. It's not a mean way, because even when God chastises me, it's like, ooh, a wake-up call kind of happens, because he causes me to look at me. And once we look at ourselves and we're like, oh, okay, this is what God is trying to help us with, So don't hide. Don't run from him. let him know what's what's going on with you, because he already knows. He just wants you to tell him. Just keep the lines of communication open with Jesus, and you're all good. So I hope this was not a good video because I feel weird, but I hope this kind of helps you visual people with the blog post who doesn't necessarily like to read as much, but to kind of at least get the gist of what the post was. Sometimes I feel like it's just read it to you, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just keep it like that. So I learned, do not hide from God. You can't. There's no hiding. He knows where you are, what you're doing. He knows what you're going to do before you do it. So don't hide. Just be real. And if you do wrong, ask for forgiveness. That's it. And yeah, ask for forgiveness, but go to him. Don't hide. You can't play hide and seek with God. He knows where you're going to go. So, all right, that's enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If not, I'm sorry. I'll try again next time. But until then, bye.